So man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Look, sometimes you reach a point in your life, or you should reach a point in your life where you take that jump, that transition from being a young, immature child or young adult and going into full-fledged adulthood. And when you go into full-fledged adulthood, and I really want this message to be shared with by older people who watch my videos to share with their children. This ain't necessary. Well, it could still be necessary for older people, but it's really for people who have children who are coming of age where they old enough to kind of understand, responsibility and all that. But the point I'm making is this. When you start to make that transition from either childhood or young adulthood into full blown adulthood, right? Then you understand that there's certain things that you used to do all the time and that you always had the time to do that you are no longer able to do those things on a regular basis, and in some cases not at all, and because you got responsibility now. And when that starts to happen, then the people who you've always been hanging out, kicking it with, going these different places with, in some cases they don't understand that because they have not made that jump to adulthood, and they have not taken on any responsibilities that will demand that they use their time in a more productive fashion. So now, start early. You 16 years old, and you've been hanging out, going outside, playing ball, going to little parties and all this stuff here, and then all of a sudden either you decide or something happens in your household where you just like, man, I got to get a job. So now you working, even if it's just you sacking groceries somewhere, even if you're working in McDonald's somewhere, whatever it is, you have a job now, and you're not able to kick it like you used to. So you looking at your people, your homies and all that, that they still doing what they was doing, and you can't do it because you got to go to work, or you have some other responsibility that requires your time that's prioritized, and they like, well, man, you ain't gonna go, you ain't gonna, come on, man, what's up, man? You'll never hang out no more. I can't. I can't hang out no more like that because now I have a responsibility. I don't want to be walking around here broke. I don't want to be walking around here um, with no money and just. I have to do things. I may need to help out my family. My family may not be in a position that yours may be in that allows you to not have to work, and I may have to. So you have people who look at you like you changed. Oh man, you think you better than us now because you got your little old job now, man, and you change. You different, bro. Boys be switching up, boy. I tell you. People say all these different things because they not walking in those shoes at that moment. So fast forward to adulthood because the same thing applies. You got grown people who still would treat other grown people like that. Now, as young people, I can kind of understand, like, okay, well, they young, they don't really get it, they immature. But the problem comes in when you have grown men and women who carry that same attitude. Now, they look at other grown men and women like they're supposed to just ignore their responsibilities and priorities and come to the club, or let's go get high, let's go get drunk, let's go riding around. I don't have time for that. I have no time for that. I can't do that no more. Can't do it. And then when you do find time to come and hang out, just a few moments that you get, you can sense the tension and the animosity, or they might outright just start kind of roasting you on the cool, saying some things like, "Oh man, yeah, oh, you decided to show up, you hang out today, huh? Oh, your wife let you come out today, huh?" It's like, nah, man, I found some time or had some time, and now I can kind of come and kick it. But yeah, you're right. I have a family now. I have a job. I have responsibilities. I have children now. I have these things that I have to do. It's not my fault if you don't have any responsibility, or even worse, it's not my fault if you choose to neglect your responsibility. So the way to judge real friends is the ones who understand that versus the ones who don't. Because the ones who do understand it, they're gonna be like, well, man, hey, man, more power to you, man. I see you. See, they're gonna say, I see you. I see you doing your thing, man. Keep it up. Yeah, I see you out here trying to make it happen, bro. Then they get it. But the ones who are always on your head because you can't play around no more, then that's a sign to tell you, well, you know what? Maybe these people were just for a season. Maybe these people were just for a designated period in my life. And the whole time I was kicking it with them, I was on a journey. I was moving. I was passing through that era. See, and because you got to understand, some people are just meant for you to kind of just go travel with you a certain amount of time. Then you got to stop. You ever gave somebody a ride and you couldn't take them all the way to where they was going, but you could take them some of the way? So you ride and you pick them up and you ride and you get to that point where that's the farthest you can go with them. So you say, all right, man, got you this far, and you let them out because you have to go further. You're going in another direction. That's how life is with certain people. It's like certain people are only meant to ride with you for so long. Then you got to drop them off and go where you really intended on going. They can't go where you're going because they're not equipped here to go where you're going. They don't get it. Can't bring them with you. And you got to understand and accept that and just say, well, you know what? Whatever time we had that was good, I appreciate that time with them. But now, got to drop y'all. So don't feel bad, when the people that you used to hang out with, the people you used to run with, when they look at you in that way, like you don't want to hang out no more. You don't never want to go nowhere. Hey, man, I got stuff to do. Because that's what grown people have to do. We got business to take care of. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all leave y'all comments. Tell me what y'all think about this one. And like I said, any adults that are watching this, play it for your young people. Play it for your children. So even if they're super young and they still got a ways to get to this point what I'm talking about, we can at least plant the seed in them. So when that time comes, they'll understand. They'll go, oh, yeah, I heard about this. And for you who are adult who may be going through it and may need to reinforce it or get a better understanding, it's for you too. All right, man, I'll catch y'all later on. Peace and love.